Hi, I'm Ed Supple, and I'm doing this little video for my friend Red Lasner over on the True Fire forum. They were talking about finger picking techniques and my suppling technique, where I use my little finger for picking. And I thought I would do a little short snippet so you could see what I'm doing. I got a book by a guitarist named Lorenzo Almeida. It was a guitar tutorial, and in it he actually has some things where he uses a little finger as part of a legitimate scale exercise in it. And that was something that made me start working on it. I'm going, wow, this is really cool. And I'd see a picture of like Tal Farlow, a great jazz player, where he'd had these humongous hands, and he'd play chords and he'd use his right hand to add a note that wasn't available to his left hand with his right. So guys like Harvey Mandel were playing two-handed tapping. Emmett Chapman, who I bought one of his sticks from 25, 30 years ago, and have been playing that style and using some of his techniques. This is what I did with my development of my different right-hand techniques. I never made a distinction between styles. It was only either it was good or bad. I have a technique here that I've developed through years of playing, and what I'm going to do is do some examples of some of the things I've done. I noticed that, for example, in a classical technique or a flamenco technique, when people did a tremolo with their right hand. Now what I did was I ended up using just one finger. And I could do this with all my fingers and my thumb. And it's just something I developed. And I started doing things where I would play like and I would use my right hand to fret the note, slide up and pick it with my little finger. I had seen Lenny do harmonics where he would do stuff like using his right hand harmonics to go. So I started utilizing my little finger just to hit one note at a time. And I started finding out that my little finger would come into play more and more. Like if I did something. So no matter what style I was playing, I could. Lenny, going back a little further, he's a tremendous player, and he had little short fingers and really long nails. So we would talk about things. He'd go, you don't know that Van Halen stuff, or whatever. His term was a little different, but. And he couldn't really do two-handed tapping because his nails were quite long. So what I told him was, hey man, why don't you do something like this, and then take a note, like, and use the back of your nail. So I saw him later. He's like, "Hey, check it out!" And he's doing all, and I'm like, "Stop it, Lenny, stop." So see, there's no reason why you cannot do anything you want to do. I'm just using raking. So some of the other things I've done with this are. I notice guys who are in speed picking and getting the world records and all. I mean, I could play a lot faster than you need to know right now. When you do something, it doesn't have to be like, okay, I am now going to play this technique. What it should be is integrated into your style, so it's something that when you're playing, it's not forced. It just comes out like, hey, I could get. I used to play a lot of like Indian music and things like that. Now, the important thing about using any technique, let alone my suppling little finger technique, is to use it in a musical way.